This is my CAS exit interview, and my name is Nicolas Stewart. So, in terms of creativity, throughout the past 2 years, I've been, involved in various different creative CAS experiences. So, for example, on the right side of your screen, you can see the songs that I produced, the hip hop or rap music that I produced and made. I've, I feel like that's a journey on its own, and how I've progressed throughout the entirety of the past, year and a half of making songs. And I feel like it's also given me the ability to channel my emotions through, a very healthy method. And secondly, the nature and fitness photography, which is sort of melded into more of a nature photography, and it's used to get people outside and experiencing the world around us. Because I feel like in our time right now, we are too connected to our phones and our computers that we need to appreciate nature, and I feel like that's a great way to demonstrate that. And finally, creativity was demonstrated in UNICEF by coming up with new ideas for events and things for that represents the goals of UNICEF. So, in terms of activity, I've been a part of various football clubs, and firstly, Hong Kong Football Club, the men's football team. Playing with the adults, it was pretty challenging, and I found that there was, various challenges that I undertook throughout the, 5 years of playing with the Hong Kong Football Club, and I decided to switch to KCC, the U18 football team there, playing with also top-notch players there. So yeah, both of those have two trainings a week, and each have one game per week as well. I've also been playing with school football, which has had, two trainings and sometimes a game on the weekends. And we're currently on our way to Jingying. Hopefully, that still is on, considering the crisis currently. And finally, the Bernina Classicer trek, which was a 1 week trek in the wild with my brother and my friend. And we went to Switzerland. No phones, no computers, no electronics, simply climbing mountains for 1 week. And yeah, it was very, 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 very moving. So in terms of service, I've been involved in the reading tree, so LilyPad at CDNS, teaching kids at our school how to speak English, and also teaching kids in Bali how to speak English, which was during a CAS trip. And we taught kids for 1 week how to speak English, which is very important, I think, for in terms of global engagement, how they are able to get into the businesses that require them to speak English. So it brings a lot of value to the communities there. And I think they were very grateful for our service there. And in terms of also a volunteer marketer for an environmentally friendly company called Zero Impact Limited. So this company sells products like detergents that are environmentally friendly and 100% biodegradable. So I've been marketing for them and finding companies that they could sell to. So in terms of identifying my own strengths and developing areas for growth, I feel like music and rapping really, demonstrates that. So I've been constantly refining my style. I've noticed that one of my strengths in rapping and making music is the lyrics behind the song. I feel like they're, one of my stronger aspects in terms of making music. But I soon found out after I started that there are other aspects as well, especially when you're recording at home and you don't have a studio or other people to really rely on. You have to be in charge of post production, which includes, editing and refining the song afterwards, adding effects, and also producing the song. And in terms of the execution as well, I'm constantly trying to develop those for growth. I'm trying to constantly get better and better at making music, learning from the people who are the best. So learning online, learning wherever I can how to constantly improve. And yeah. In terms of I've been involved in multiple sports teams, as I said, and I feel like working with top quality players all around Hong Kong has been enabled me to learn from the best. So and also helps me to understand what areas I can improve, because when you're working with and when you're playing with these top quality players from Hong Kong, um, you're able to watch them, and you're able to see what are they doing that I'm not doing. Where are they moving? What are they doing? How are they passing the ball? How are they shooting? What are they doing that I can improve on myself? And that's really helped me, especially in Hong Kong Football Club and my new team as well in KCC. In terms of personal challenges, I feel like has helped me. The 1 week trek has seriously helped me. It helped me grow, because on one of the third or second or third day, I was ready to quit. But I was able to persevere and show my commitment and perseverance towards completing the challenge. So in terms of challenges that have been undertaken, and new skills that have been developed in the process, I've been able to achieve this learning outcome through firstly activity. I feel like switching teams um, from Hong Kong Football Club to KCC was a very big move, considering I've been working or playing with Hong Kong Football Club for the past 5 years. So it was a big switch for me, and I feel like, however, that was one of the challenges I was having at being at football club. And a challenge was to find a new team that had a perfect fit for me. And I feel like I've been able to develop new teamwork skills, collaboration skills, as I've met new people in the process. And completely changing a team, you meet brand new people who you've never worked with before, and it helps develop teamwork skills as you're meeting new people and working with them every single time in training and during matches. So I also think that in terms of activity, I've also been in terms of the Bernina Classico trek. I've the 1 week trek, as I stated before, develop resilience because we were hit with a number of challenges. No, most notably, it snowed all night on the second night, which meant that the whole path was overrun by snow, which meant that we had to climb straight through the snow, waist deep for about 4 or 5 hours. And once we reached, the bottom of into one of the villages, I said, "All right, I'm done." But I was able to, find that resilience inside of me and develop the skill to find this resilience and continue on for the next 4 days. I mean, we were hit with many more challenges throughout, but I just tried to stay in the moment, not think about anything else, and get through every single moment. So yeah, that definitely has developed resilience within me. And in terms of service marketing for Zero Impact Detergent Limited, I was able to, I've been proposing, this company their products, helping them market their products through for different companies in Hong Kong, most notably Aberdeen Boat Club, Aberdeen Marina Club, Paisanos, and most notably CDNAS. But I've gotten rejected by multiple companies as well, which is I think helped me build my business skills and help build my marketing skills. How do I go back to the next company and make a better pitch? Give a better pitch, and I started to build these business skills and also resilience in terms of taking it on the chin. So in terms of demonstrating how to initiate and plan a CAS experience, I was able to learn this outcome through service. In terms of my CAS project, there were various aspects of planning in terms of, how to get the donations, session planning. So for example, the 4 trainings that I was there for, I would have to plan every single drill that we would have, and then where are the breaks, where are the lunch, where's the drinks going to be, and all that. There's definitely a lot to plan when it comes to a charitable event. Especially when there's 30, 40, 50 people there, and also organizing which charity is going to help fund this event, and in terms of the participants who are going to come here, how do we find these people, how do we get in touch with them, all of that needs to be planned. And I feel like I did a very good job in terms of the CAS project. In terms of marketing for Zitto, the product types need to be planned. I need to brainstorm which companies will be interested. How do I pitch to these companies? And yeah, it's been a very interesting experience. So in terms of commitment and perseverance in CAS experiences, I feel like I've demonstrated this through many of my experiences, including, well, the 1 week trek, definitely the perseverance. When Even when we're hit with these many challenges. For example, another challenge we were hit with was I fell into glacial river, um, and I was luckily saved by my brother. I was pulled out by the back of my bag, and just in time before I went down the whole river. But we had to use a space blanket, and we were able to persevere. I mean, even after falling into like, pretty much sub-zero water, like, sorry, not sub-zero, but like freezing cold water, where I was able to persevere and continue on the trek. And in terms of commitment to sports, I feel like I've been very committed in terms and persevered in pushing to make the first team lineup. So when I entering my new team KCC, I had to make an impact, and I had to attend all the trainings, attend all the games, and put myself out there to show the coach that I deserve to be in the first team lineup. And this was really demonstrated my commitment skills and perseverance. And so I feel like I've also demonstrated ongoing commitment with my CAS project. For an example, that image below, you can see an example of the training sessions that I would send to the charity, and they would help to plan this event continuously for these kids to continually practice football. So in terms of demonstrating skills and recognizing the benefits of working collaboratively, clear benefits of working collaboratively came through school and club football, especially on CSAC, our school football trip, in which our focus was teamwork. And by building connections off the pitch, in terms of like in our hotel room, we would all be together in one room, our whole team in one room, and we would say what we appreciate about everyone. And that actually brought us a lot closer to each other. And we were able to dominate in certain circumstances on the pitch, for example, team pressing and rotations in terms of lineups. We knew each other a lot better. We knew our strengths, we knew our weaknesses, and that has helped us get our result in CSAC as well. And also, benefits were also evident in UNICEF. So, as a general member, it's my responsibility to work with other general members as well as execs to come up with new ideas and work on existing ones as well, how to improve them, how to plan them. And also, when working on youth events, collaboration skills were used. As with, yeah, I feel like without the team, it is sort of difficult to succeed in such a thing. So, demonstrating engagement with issues of global significance. I feel like this is one of the most important outcomes that my CAS experiences. Um, so therefore, I've focused on this very much. So through marketing with Zitto, I purposely chose this company as they're an environmentally friendly. They sell environmentally friendly products, and I did research behind them, and their products are top notch, and they advocate for. They're not only top products that in terms of I was able to sell or market this product to the school, and now Zitto is working with CDNAS to um, integrate this product throughout the entire school and use this as the primary product for cleaning. And I feel like that's also benefited our students as there's no chemicals, it's fully biodegradable, but also um, helping the environment. As I am an ESS student, so I do value the environment very much. So I'm aware of the chemicals and how they can destroy certain aquatic environments. So therefore, I feel like through marketing this product, every single new customer is helping the global issue of environment. So in terms of the CAS project, the Doom Get Football Camp, I was also not only able to provide monetary value and donations, like football donations, but I feel like I was also able to give the kids hope for the future through this event. They were very excited to, see me. I made new connections and also advocacy and awareness with UNICEF throughout the course of the 2 years. So, in terms of recognizing and considering the ethics of choices and actions, I feel like this was demonstrated through working with Zitto, as they're an environmentally friendly company. So, one customer at a time, therefore improves. I've been able to perform ethically in terms of the environment, and in terms of organizing and proposing events that were ethically considerate of UNICEF's mission and vision statements. So, in terms of my CAS project, um, my CAS project was teaching underprivileged kids in the Philippines how to play football, which includes donation drives for clothes and football related goods, as well as charitable donations and ongoing training agendas that were sent to the charity that we were working with, ICM. So, why is this important? Especially, I feel like football personally has brought me so much joy, and I wanted to share that joy with some kids that really deserve it. And also, I feel like this was important because giving to people, I needed to give out to people in need. This is a place that I've been to before, and I've noticed that there is extreme poverty in this area. And because I love this place so much, I wanted to give back to some of the people there, both through donations and hope for the future that someone is going to help them out and they're going to get out of this situation in terms of poverty. And then finally, this was important because it built lasting connections and new friends. I'm still friends with a bunch of people, bunch of kids that I met who have Facebook, and I've been talking with them, conversing, and they're very happy to have, friends abroad. It's something that they don't get that often, and I'm very happy that we're able to build that lasting connection. And I feel like I was able to achieve tons of stuff. But to be precise, I would say collecting donations, I was able to achieve that. Having four training sessions, each 2 hours long, finding participants to join these sessions, and teaching the kids football. I saw a massive improvement in their football skills. So also building new connections, as I talked about, and continuously providing ongoing support for practices through my training agendas. So, and also, I felt that personally, I learned how to connect with different people with different backgrounds in terms of, culture, religions, language, their terms of affluency. I feel like we were able to break those barriers down which are commonly there. We're able to break those barriers down and just connect through football. Actually, I was able to grow as well through my ability to think on the spot and commitment and creativity. Thank you so much.